What up, world? What up, me? This is Drewize. Come at like this afternoon. You know, Drewize. I am Drewize, and this is Drewize Topics. Topic is, which is so true, because I know some of us, black or white, that loves and interested in rap, hip hop, rap music, things like that. You know, topic is I like and I love rap. I do not like or love the direction rap is going. You know? This is for the people that like rap and they see what I see and they hear what I hear and they can feel what I'm saying. Okay. Rap, it is so powerful. It's a powerful tool, instrument, It's a powerful art, Rap is so influential, It influenced the rich kids. It influenced the poor kids. It influenced everybody. But I do not like the direction rap is going in today's time. I don't like it, because it seems like rap is based on now of negativity message, They're not putting out positivity message like uplifting, and inspirational or encouraging or inspiring, They're putting out negativity music. They may have a good title far as the song, but the lyrics is no good, Cause I can name some artists that put out something like this, ASAP Ferg. He said, I'm on a new level, but check out his lyrics. It don't go with really the topic, the title of the song, He always says something negative, True enough, you're on a new level, but reverse that into something positive, man. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Which it is a message, And he's trying to get out to the world. What's that artist? White Iverson, He said, I don't want to die too young. That's a message right there. I don't want to die before my time. But his message and his lyrics doesn't match the title of the song like that, So, I just look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Rap is going not right. It's going all the way to the left. Rap was designed. The art of rap was designed for a so-called purpose to uplift someone. I will uplift you by what comes off my tongue far as a rhyme to some beat. Guys back then that spit knowledge like KRS-One, and Run DMC, and after them, it was guys that spit knowledge like Tupac, Nas, Jay-Z, guys like them, Well, I forgot to mention Ron Kim, what I'm saying? But them guys, some of them, they made negative music, but they had a positive in it too, But rap is going in the wrong direction, But see, I can say this, which is true, that can stop the killing and really put to rest the gangs that's in California, that's in Compton, Now, we all know the rapper named The Game. He know the street life of Compton, California. He know the gang life, the gang culture, the gang culture life. He know the Bloods and the Crips. He know that, but the game, these men that know of the game and respect the game, the game can come out like this and make a song and say, brothers, come on, let's stop this killing. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop killing each other over some pointless, which is stupid to kill each other over the opposite color that we wear. One group of men, black men, wear blue. One other black man wear red. And we want to kill each other because of that. Over some colors? This is stupid. You know what I'm saying? This is stupid. You know what I'm saying? Let's point the guns and let's bring our fight fists and point that to the devil that we need to expose. Let's point the guns in that direction. We don't need to point the guns to ourselves. Kill one another and put us in the grave before our time. Our mothers is getting sick and tired of mourning of seeing us in the grave. You know what I'm saying? They have to lower us in that ground. She's in mourning, burying some son, burying some daughter or something, because of gang violence. We see man like the gang could talk about it, about Compton, Dr. Dre. He could talk that message to these dudes, these young dudes. Ice Cube, they can stand up, Who else? Corrupt, Warren G, any West Coast rapper. If Tupac was alive, and when Tupac got older, he got wiser, he would try to reach out to these Bloods and Crips and say, hey, brothers, come on. Let's stop it. Let's stop. Let's stop killing each other over gang violence. You know what I'm saying? Over blue and red, you in the opposite color, and you on the wrong side of the tracks. You on the wrong side of the block. We got to kill you. No, let's stop. You know what I'm saying? Point the guns in the direction of a wicked man, so-called devil. Point the gun at him rather than ourselves. But see, rappers, today's rappers, like Future, who else? A$AP Rocky, and who else? I can say K-Camp, and I can name all these rappers today. Young Thug, I can name all these rappers. You know what I'm saying? These new up-to-date rappers. But you want to talk about positivity and send a message out, to the world and reach us, reach us, uplift us, bring us up, to a vertical, upright, bring us up, uplift us. But you can't, because you in someone else's business, that you present something like, something with a message, something positive, You present something to the record executive or the CEO or the producer or something. But the producer, he go to have you buy his beat, But you present your positivity message of a delivery to the record executive, to him, of this message of positivity, And he will always say, yeah, you got a talent of that. So you got a voice for that. I'm saying? That's cool. But why don't you talk about this? Why don't you talk about how much women you could go through every night on a day-to-day basis in your hotel room? Why don't you talk about how much dope you use? Why don't you talk about shooting up, yank, bang, bang, shooting your fellow black men down? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you talk about how many houses you got, cars you got, how much money you got? You know what I'm saying? All that they want you to talk about and continue to talk about is pointless and it's worthless, and it doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have no weight or no power, But only power it has is to bring someone down and to encourage someone, the youth, to do something like that and think that's all it's all good, you know. But you want to talk about positive, you know. So you want to talk about a message of a delivery, but you can't when you belong in someone else's business, and you're not free to talk about what you want to talk about. It's like you a slave. They tell you what to do, what to say, and what not to say. You know, come on, come on. But see, like I said, I like rap. You know, I love rap. You know, I like the art of rap. When you have the ability to put words together and rhyme, you know, to a beat, you know what I'm saying, to a nice beat. You rhyme. You actually talking, but you're rhyming. You got the ability to talk and rhyme. You know, come on, you know. So that's what I like. I like the art of rap. And every genre of music, either is rock and roll or heavy metal or blues or jazz or country. These people that do these genres of music will always say that rap is so powerful. Rap has a strong effect on people. You know, it does. You know, it got a strong effect on the rich kids. You know, for example, if a rich white boy lived in his parents' house and his his parents go across his room with the door closed, he listen to rap or something, you know what I'm saying? And the rap saying this and this and that, the parents go like, honey, do you hear what James is saying? Do you hear this? This so-called rap is coming in our house? Honey, we need to call on the priest. We got to get this demon out this child. You know what I'm saying? Rap is so powerful. When rich kids is repeating lyrics, you know what I'm saying? It got effect on the poor kids that's in the ghettos, you know, in the hoods and stuff. Got effect on them. Got effect on the rich kids. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody will say this. I don't care what music you do, you know, or create. Even the soul R&B artists will say the exact same thing. Rap is strong. Rap is powerful, yo. Rap is so tremendous powerful. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the only one said that. Tupac Shakur said that. He said, rich kids is bobbing their head, you know what I'm saying, rolling down the street in their cars and stuff like that. That some parent got for them, bumping his music, bobbing their head and stuff. You know, come on. You know, rap is strong. But the hinder part, rap is going to hell and going in the wrong direction that needs to do a U-turn, you know, and go back on the right pathway. You know, come on. You know, that's why I say this and I believe this. When you spit positive and you put out a message to the world, to the public, you know, that weighs more, that has more of a effect, you know, on people, you know, more of effect. More positive you do, it weighs more and it's better and you gain more. The more negative you do, you putting out hinder and wicked things. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the positive weighs more than negative, you know, for real, you know, for real. But what we listen to now is making us think wrong, you know, and behave wrong, you know. So that's that. I like rap. I love rap, you know, but rap is going in the wrong direction. You know this, you local artists. You know this, you local rappers. You know this, you indie rappers, well-known rappers, global worldwide rappers. You know what I'm saying? And you cannot disagree with me. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want, but this is true. Drewize topics. I am Drewize. You can post a comment about what I just said if you like to, on your own free will. Like, share, subscribe. I am Drewize. This is Drewize topics. Peace.